This is Ellen Press, wise and quirky voiceover tidbits in history on the Boogie board. It was a love for surfing that motivated a man named Tom Morey to experiment with polyethylene foam and eventually design the boogie board we know today. But before this, we need to go back to the 50s. Known as the father of boogie boarding, Morey grew up in Laguna Beach, California, and became one of the area's most notable surfers. In 1957, Morey graduated from the University of Southern California, where at first he studied music, but then switched to mathematics. Using his degree, Morey went to work for Douglas Aircraft as an engineer, but his love of surfing pulled him into a different direction. He opened his own surf shop in 1964 and began experimenting with surfboard designs. This lasted until he left Southern California for Hawaii. 1971, Morey cut a large piece of polyethylene foam in half. He worked to configure the foam by placing newspaper pages on top and then an iron to mold the foam into the desired shape. By the time he was done, Morey had a short board with a mostly rectangular body and rounded nose. It weighed around 3 pounds, a fraction of what traditional surfboards weighed at the time and sold for $10. I could actually feel the wave through the board. On a surfboard, you're not feeling the nuance of the wave, but with my creation, I could feel everything, Morey said. Moving forward, Morey and his family moved back to California to produce and sell the boards. And where did the name boogie board come from? Well, in fact, the expression was once a trademark for Morey Boogie. Morey had created the object, but he needed a catchy name for it. Inspired by a music movement, boogie woogie, that became popular between World War I and II, the ingenious engineer came up with the word boogie for his soft board. Boogie swing, and it had a wiggle and a jiggle to it. It was perfect, Tom Morey once stated. In 1977, Morey sold the boogie board name and company. Today, it's owned by the Wham-O Toy Company. Because of the trademark, boards that are similar to Morey's invention are called bodyboards. So whether you slap your body on a boogie board or a bodyboard, it was the invention of a California man who loved the waves of the ocean. You've been listening to Ellen Press, wise and quirky voiceover tidbits in history. Resources from The Washington Post, surfertoday.com, and npr.org.